Joining me now is Fender CEO Andy Mooney. Andy, it's great to have you here. Is it going to get worse first, or could it start to get better?
Well, I think eventually it's going to get better. I think the big question is when. We are not optimistic at this point it's going to get significantly better for at least 2, maybe 3 quarters.
How much are prices up?
Well, with the latest price increase that just went into effect January 1, we've increased prices about 10% over the last 12 months.
And is that doing enough to slow demand?
Not at this point. It's truly remarkable, the demand that's out there. Just people want to use their time at home wisely and invest in activities that they really feel good about.
How do you know whether you have new people coming in? You know, if I wanted to learn guitar, I'm not sure I would buy a Fender first thing.
Well, we actually just completed a very comprehensive research project and found that in the US alone, 16 million new entrants, 7% of the entire population picked up guitar, but many cases for the first time last year. So there's massive amounts of new people coming in and trying to find the best guitar for them to learn the instrument.
Yeah, no, it was funny when I saw the story. I just got a little plastic guitar for my kids. Thought, you know, it'd be a good little entree into the music world, but I didn't realize the actual ones are becoming harder to get. I imagine it's not just your company struggling.
No, for sure. The entire industry is facing the same challenges. I like to think we probably managed the issues a little better than some of our competitors. But everybody's struggling with the same issues.
And we mentioned that it could include the chip shortage. Explain, you know, sort of if you ranked the issues: chip shortage, transportation problems, raw materials, labor shortage. How are those interacting? Which are the worst?
Well, I think probably the top 2 on the electronic side, definitely chip shortages. It's affecting amplifier sales, in particular in our case, and also for the PreSonus, the company that we recently acquired last month, where audio recording is home recording, another big booming category right now. But I'd say after that, the transportation issues, availability for containers, the backup at the Port of Long Beach, that's a really material issue as well.
I'm curious if you're also experiencing, you know, how do we say it, pay increases. In other words, 2 data points we keep hearing about. Number 1, this quits rate is just astronomical. Number 2, people seem to be doing it in anticipation of better opportunities in terms of pay or flexibility elsewhere. Is your company experiencing that?
Yeah, the hourly rate that we pay our factory employees in Corona has increased quite a bit this year, possibly going to have to increase again next year. We're competing with Amazon, for example, in Inland Empire, who have 14 open warehouses now and hiring a significant amount of people. So we don't expect that pressure to ease much over the last year, but we are doing everything that we can to make sure that our offices and our factories are staffed to the right level.
And finally, has this lowered the age of the typical person who might own a Fender? Or, you know, do you think it will create a lasting surge in guitar playing?
Well, absolutely. The age profile has moved down. Nearly 2/3 of the people were between 16 and 34. The audience is much more diverse than ever. Nearly, again, 2/3 of new players registered with some form of Latino descent. So I think pre-COVID, the industry was growing at 10%. Through COVID, the height of COVID, it has grown 35 plus percent. We would anticipate it continuing to grow, maybe not at the 35% rate, but at least at the pre-COVID rate, if not more.
Wow. Andy, thanks for joining us today. Tell us what's been happening. We appreciate it.